Hello again. I'm gonna keep on posting until I feel like not posting again, even though I just feel like it. My dogs are very, very noisy right now. So if you hear background noises, I'm sorry. My coonhound, if you want to know what she is, she's a blue tick. She barks at our chickens and ducks. And she wants to kill our chickens, but not our ducks and goose. And then one of my dogs is on my bed, so there's going to be noises in here a little bit. But anyways, this is chapter 2 of Bakugou has a sister, soft Bakugou AU. I hope you like, and let's just get this started. Bakugou's Pove, a few months ago. Bakugou! Ugh, him again. What the fuck do you want, hobo? I tore my gaze away from the window. Bakugou! 4 Eyes stood up. He started waving his arms in the air like a dumb bitch he is. I just rolled my eyes. We had the same fucking conversation multiple times before. Does he not have a fucking ear? That is very disrespectful. He is our elder in our... He finally stopped talking when the hobo interrupted him. Yes, thank you, Inda. He rubbed his temples. I smirked a bit. At least someone else gets how annoying 4 Eyes can be. No problem, sir. He sat down. Inda sat down. Bakugou, your phone's ringing. I look away from my desk, and I finally heard a quiet ringing of a phone. I looked through my backpack and trying to find the damn thing. Finally, Jesus fucking Christ! Can you? I stopped. I felt my eyes start to wide before I quickly composed myself and stood up and walked to the door. I faintly heard a caterpillar calling out my name. Why is this hospital calling? I certainly freaked out. Once I was safe distance away, I pressed the answer button up to the phone. Yes? Is this Sorry. Is this Bakugou Koski? A voice asked from the other line. Yes, fuckhead. I was getting impatient and worried. What the fuck do you want? The voice sighed. Well, your mom, Bakugou Mutsuki, was in a car accident this morning. I felt the world stop. The earth felt like stop spinning. What? I choked. This can't be happening. My mom can't. She can't. I'm sorry for your loss, sir. She didn't make it. Tears started to spill, but I wouldn't let them. What about my dad? What about my sister? Yes, I have a sister. Her name's Bakugou Kazumi. She's 10. The light of my life. Yes, I can be fucking nice when I get to be dipshit. Fuck off. Your dad. I heard the voice stop. This didn't help with my nerves. Was in the car, too. Hello? I finally called out. I took some of the time and wiped my eyes and calmed my breathing a bit. Yes, sorry, sir. I breathed out. Thank God. Now, were you saying about my dad? I closed my eyes, waiting for the worst. Well, I'm sorry, but he didn't make it. He didn't take the news very well. But he's okay, right? I silently pleaded some good. From what we could tell, physically, yes, but mentally, I'm not sure. My breath hitched again. Dad. He left the hospital in a hurry, so we don't know where he is. What about my sister? Please. She's fine. Thank God. I slumped against the wall, hanging to my head. Thank you, I whispered. No problem, sir. The line clicked. I pushed my head up, trying to keep the tears from falling. Only 1 or 2 slipped through my gasp. I quickly wiped them away before anyone could see them. Wait, Kazumi! I floated through my phone and quickly dialed her number. Ring. I paced back and forth. Ring, please be okay. Ring. Suki, trembling, greening my ears. Sumi, are you okay? Are you hurt? What? A quiet, broken laugh. I'm fine, Suki. You don't sound fine. I made my voice more gentle. Are you okay? I'm not hurt, but I miss Mommy, she cried. Her sobs broke my heart. It was going to be okay, I convinced her, ever since I knew it might be true. Where's Daddy? He's home. Are you home? Yes. Okay, I'm coming back. What about school? You guys are more important to me. The ghost of a smile formed on my lips. I love you. Love you even more. I smelled a real one this time. Bye. See you soon, Sumi. I ended the call to compose my nerves, placing a scroll on my face, wiped my tears dry, and any remaining tears and breathed deeply. Here we go. Oh, shoot, that sounded so exciting. This is so sad. Here we go. I flung the door open and a small whisper stopped. I could feel everyone's eyes on me. I ignored them. My goal was seeing Dad and Suyumi. I packed up my stuff and walked out the door. I'm leaving, I said. You can't just... That fucking teacher tried to stop me. I just fucking did. I slammed the door, shut the random clubs all the way home. Suyumi, Dad, I yelled, barging through the door, my skull falling off my face, replaced with fearful and scared expression. The full weight of the situation didn't seem to hit me yet. I knew my mom was just died, but some other reason I wasn't a complete mess. It's probably going to hit me later. But it wasn't the point where Dad! I threw my bag somewhere into the living room. Sumi! I kicked off my shoes. Where are you guys? I ran into the kitchen. Nope. Bathroom? Nope. Backyard? Nope. Sumi room? Nope. Wait, Sumi! I crashed into a hug. Her room, my right next to mine. It was blue, and she had a twin bed, a nightstand, and a bookshelf and a desk. The carpet was clean white, and her light was on. Kuzumi herself looked like a minute version of me, if I was a girl. Her eyes was short. Her hair was short, not as short as mine, maybe down to her shoulders. It was the same blonde hair and eyes were the same color of red. The top of her head reached to the center of my chest. She was sitting on her bed, head in her hands, and her body shaking. She looked like she looked up only to see me frantic of my shirt. Suddenly let out a sob and brought her head deeper into my chest, crying rivers, and her hands grabbed on my back of my shirt. I sat down, my back against the wall, and ran my fingers through her hair. Shh. It's okay. I'm here now. I kept repeating the sweet nothing into her ear until she calmed down enough to stop crying. Thanks, Yuki. She wiped her eyes and tried to smile. I felt a tug in the corner of my lip. It's all right, Sumi. I comforted her into exhausted of the day, finally hitting her. She yawned, and within minutes she was asleep. I chucked a bit of a change in her into her blue pajamas before tucking her into bed. I loved her hair. I moved her hair. Sorry. I moved her hair out of her face and kissed her forehead. I love you, Kazumi. Once I quietly left her room, I went to try to find Dad. Dad, I called out quieter than before, careful not to wake Sumi. I walked in Dad's room and slowly opened the door. A surely figure appeared in the side of the bed. Dad, I couldn't even watch it. I heard him sigh. Hey, Koski. Only until I was sitting next to him on the bed did I finally notice a emergence of tissues and tears stained both of the ground in the bed. Hey, how are you holding up? I rubbed a small circle on his back of his head and turned over more. I'm not sure. Sorry. He blinked harshly. You started to see me like this. You shouldn't see me no. Sorry. This is his father saying. You shouldn't see me like this. No, it's fine. I continued drawing a small circle. Everyone needs to mourn, even you. He chuckled and looked off his eyes. Thank you, Koski. No problem, Dad. We just sat there in a comfortable silence for a while before I felt his breathing even out and pressure on my shoulder. I looked over and smiled when I saw him sleeping peacefully, no sign of any distress on his face, just bliss. I carefully took his glasses from his hand and placed them on the nightstand. I moved him into a more comfortable position and cleaned up. Covering him with a blanket, I read what I did with Katsumi. Love you, Dad. I closed the door to his room and walked in the living room. I made sure of quiet as I took my backpack to my room and sighed as I sat down on my bed. I should probably go to school work now. I grumbled and got up again. Time skip! Ugh! I groaned. What time is it? I've been studying for what felt like forever. It was already pretty dark out. I look at my phone. 2:38. 2:48? I stood up from freaking out too much. I stopped to listen to the quiet house. Good, I didn't wake them up. I should go to bed. I put all my schoolwork back into the bag and got ready for bed. Fucking hell, it's already 3, and I need to wake up at 5 tomorrow. I rubbed my face whenever I set on my alarm and tried to go to sleep, but for some reason, a time wait situation hit me like a truck. Mom's gone. She's really gone. I grieved and cried what I felt like hours, but I finally passed out due to exhaustion. Time skip. Beep, beep. What is that fucking noise? I sleepily rubbed my eyes. After another minute of just laying in bed, trying to ignore the nauseous beeping, I finally rolled over out of my bed. Stupid fucking alarm. I'm sorry, but every time I say these curse words, I'm just trying to not to laugh or die. Because how I'm talking, like, stupid fucking alarm. I mumbled struggling, got ready for the day. I went to the bathroom and splashed a bit of cold water on my face. God, I look like shit. There was a dark eye bag under my bloodshot eyes. My hair was disheveled and tears streaked on my cheeks. After I got dressed and put some makeup on the hide of my eye bags and generally just clean up, I went downstairs and saw no one was awake yet. Usually my mom was awake by now and would trying to make breakfast. I started tearing up again of the thought of her. No, you can't fucking cry, not again. I have school too. I shook the thoughts out of my head and started to cook breakfast. Yes, I cook. Piss off. Yes, I could cook. Piss off. Once I finished, I laid out 2 plates for Dad and my sister, knowing that neither of them can cook, and grabbed pieces of toast for myself. I left a note saying I was already left for school and exited exhausted to the house. Exited that quiet house. Breathing in the French morning air, I started walking in. I'm sorry. My dog wouldn't shut up. She was whining. Anyways, where was I? Oh, breathing in the fresh morning air, I started walking to E8, taking the long route to clear my mind. They probably won't ask about the call, I told myself, so I'm good there. No one needs to know. I don't need their pathetic pity. An hour and a half later, I arrived at UA. It was still quiet though. Other people had started to leave their own houses and go to work to their roads were getting busier. Huh? Still no one here? I walked through the school gates. Fuck. There aren't any damn reporters here. I decided to go to the classroom and just sit there. I put my ringer on again just in case something happens, and just my luck, something did. Again, halfway through the hall, my phone rang. Mr. Ozawa looked like he was about to blow a fuse, filling off. I took the call outside. Sumi? I breathed, hicced. Hello, Sumi. I answered the phone. Suki. Yeah, what's going on? Are you okay? Where's Daddy? I rushed. I felt the pin. Daddy, he... So my voice shut. He was going to be okay. I'm coming. Just stay put. I entered the call and brushed through the door again. Bakugou, you need to stop. I ignored him to stop. Fuck off, I growled softly. Sumi, where are you? I sprinted through the house. I saw him crying, catching the phone of her hands in front of Dad's door. Brother, She laid in. Where's Dad? I finally looked at the door. I don't know, she went, bending her face in my shoulder. I carefully put her down. Listen to me very carefully. I looked at her. No matter what happens, what I do, I don't leave your room until I tell you to. But, promise me. She hesitates. Fine. I smiled and gave her a hug. Thank you, Sumumi. She spared me on one last glance and slowly walked into her room, closing the door. When she was this sight, I let out a pang show on my face. Dad, I asked, tapping the door. It's me, Koksky. I heard a voice call out from the inside. Something was wrong. And Dad. Oh my gosh, I just said that wrong. I heard a voice out, a strangled voice call out from the inside. Something was wrong. I knocked frantically. Dad! At the moment, I didn't know what to do. All I knew is that I needed to get to him, to make sure he was safe. I could only handle so much, so I kicked the door to Dad! He was on the ground. His mouth was foaming, eyes rolled back to his head. His heart was shuddering. I ran into his side. Dad, stay with me! Then he just stopped. No! I shook his shoulder. Dad! I felt for the pulse. Nothing. I sat back, leaning against the bed. Dad. I sobbed. Why? Why me? I suddenly stood up and walked to the phone. The floor gates for the emergency. Hello? 911. What's your emergency? My dad just died. I think he overdosed. I couldn't stop cracks in my voice. None of the tears running down my face. The hole in my heart just expanded. I have to keep it together for Suyumi. She doesn't deserve this. She's still a kid. Okay, what's your address? XXXX. I said, okay. Sorry, but when I say XXX, that's his address, but it's just cleared out. I'm just saying. All right, we'll be there. Stay on the phone, or do you have any Yeah, a little sister. What's your mom? What about you? I bet she just died yesterday. I'm sorry for the colunges. Thanks. Where's your sister? She's in her room. I told her to stay there. Okay, the paramedics are almost there. Trembling, I started walking to the door. Hey, Shiumi. I gently knocked on her door. I tried to wipe away the tears on my face. That just kept Shiyuki. A tiny voice called, and the other side of the door. Yes, it's me. The door opened, standing there with my little sister. Her eyes puffy and red. She had a runny nose, and her hair was all stripped. Where's Daddy? She asked. I choked. I composed myself. You have to be staying for her. Daddy's gone. Time skipped to after the breakdown and the foster care people come. So you two need to go to the orphanage, the lady said. We're going to be separate. We're not going to be separate. I looked down at my sister. She grasped my hand, looked around at people. No, the orphanage is called Holy Hill Orphanage. Where are you going? When are we going? You will be insured as soon as you sign these papers. She held out the few papers, and I slowly reached out to grab them, letting go of Suyumi's hand. I felt her clinging on my shirt. I didn't mind. What are these? I asked, taking the pen out of her outstretched hands too. They're just saying that you gave the consent since you're 16, so you have the personal guardianship over yourself. The second one is saying that you approve of custody your sister to also go to the orphanage. The last one was just saying that you give your consent of willing or going to Holy Hill Orphanage. I nodded and signed the papers. Here, thank you. The woman collected them and placed them into a clear folder she had. Are we going? Yes. She started walking to the car parked along the street and opened the door. Get in. Time skipped when they got to the orphanage. Third person prove. Welcome. An ornately cheerful woman greeted two children and the child service worker. My name is Miss Parker, and this is Holy Hill Orphanage. All right. That was chapter 2. I'm sorry for my voice and the dogs. My dog's whining. I don't know why. But anyways, I hoped you like. I said lots of things, like I had to repeat myself sometimes, and I'm just gonna keep on updating. So if you like this, keep on liking, subscribe. Oh, and subscribe to Hellhound 662. Maybe you want to like it, subscribe. That's pretty much it. Subscribe to IDK. ANDIDFC78, the one that made this fanfic. I don't know if you call it a fanfic. A story about Bakugou has a sister. And I almost cried. Like, his poor soul. I feel so bad. But anyways, have a nice day. And yeah, adios. See you next time.